Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how I made Mjolnir, how I 3D printed it and added leather to it. So yeah, let's just get straight into it. So this is what it ended up looking like. Let me give you a closer look of the front and the back, and then the handle, back and front, and then just the strap here. So the files that I used are from Quintinesp on Thingiverse. I'll link that down below so you guys can go ahead and print that yourself. And let me show you guys my cure settings and everything that I did to slice it up and cut it up and fit it on my Ender 3. So yeah. Okay, so these are Quintinesps files, and they're actually really nice. I just think that the handle's a little fat. It might be screen accurate, but I have no idea. So basically, the way that what I did was I just cut the handle off in Slicer, and then I just flipped the hammerhead exactly like this and printed it like that. It did fail like halfway through the runes, and then 75% of the way through the runes when I went to reprint the rest of it. And so I just had to PLA weld that back together. I wouldn't have had that problem if I just flipped it 180 degrees. Sorry, I'm trying to talk fast, not sure why, but yeah. Basically, if I decided to print it just like this, I just didn't know that I could max out my length and width. I didn't even know that that was an option, but if you max out your length and width on your Ender 3, you can go ahead and just print it like that. And if it does end up failing, your top runes will be saved. The side ones, don't think they will be. If it fails like this, you definitely have to reprint it. But yeah, I had to end up just putting wood filler through all the runes. It looks fine, like it was like made out of stone or whatever, because of the wood filler and stuff. But yeah, again, this is just how I printed it. Exactly like this. I did dynamic quality, and so it did end up taking a week to print. But that was one because of the dynamic quality, but also just because of the failed prints. But these are this is the handle prints. And so what I did was I just went into Slicer and just chopped it in half. I tried to get it as close to the middle as possible. So when I went to leather wrap it, it would be completely covered, so you wouldn't even be able to tell that the handle's two pieces. But I flipped the pommel piece 180 because it was gonna like take a ton of supports through the top. This one I just printed just like this. And yeah, I did it in two prints just in case they failed. I didn't want both of them to fail, and then it'd be a whole ordeal. But yeah, so I just did this, and none of them did fail. They actually printed quite fast in like 3 hours each. I used gyroid infill for all of this, 10% gyroid infill, and it's really strong. FranklyBuilt, I'll link his video in the description. He used 5% gyroid infill. If you're making one, go ahead and watch his video as well as mine. He explains everything a lot better. I think mine is okay, but his is better, obviously. So if you want a more in-depth tutorial, go watch his. But yeah. So for weathering, what I did was I just got a Tupperware little cup and filled it with some water and paint. More water than paint, which was a bad idea. What you're going to want to do is do more paint than water so it can actually stick. But the spots that I'm targeting is just all of the runes, and then those little indent designs on the front and back of the hammer, and then I'm just putting the wash on absolutely everything and then just wiping it off. But those are the target points that you actually want it to stay on. The other spots, it doesn't really matter if it stays on, but try to dirty it up a little bit. Yeah, and this will make it a lot easier to put down on any surface other than fabric, as it won't stick. But what I did for the leather wrap is I just made a little template with some masking tape and a piece of paper, and then I just traced that onto my vinyl fake leather and then just hot glued that on. Okay guys, so what I did for painting was basically I just laid on a thick coat of this silver. I'm not sure if, no, I don't have it with me. I'll show you guys at the end of the video when I go get my paints, but basically it's just a Rust-Oleum metallic silver, and I laid on a heavy coat of that, technically as filler primer. You can use filler primer, but I just used this, and then I just sanded that down. Of course, because I had to weld, I had to PLA weld it right here, and then on the handle here, but it didn't fill in that nicely, and it showed through the first coat of paint, so I just laid on a thick coat, and then I sanded that stuff down,
and then I basically just sprayed a Krylon Fusion Blue, which is my all-time favorite spray paint for like anything. So let me show you guys what that is. It's just this paint, and it goes on really, really nice and matte and smooth. So then I sprayed that after I had sanded down the thick coat of silver, and that thick coat of silver kind of filled in the PLA weld lines right here. I'll try to pull up a picture of what it used to look like with those lines, like right here, just not sure which side, but I'll show you guys. I'll pull up a picture and show you guys what it looked like with those PLA weld lines before the thick coat. But then I just sanded down that thick coat and sprayed this on there basically as a primer, and then I just sprayed on some black Plasti dip. Let me get that for you guys. Just sprayed on some of this Plasti dip, and what that is it's basically just a like rubber paint, and so it didn't spray on as nicely as I wanted it to, and so it kind of gives it a little bit of a stone effect. Let me show you guys if you can see that. It gives it a little bit of a stone effect, and then right after that I just sprayed on a really nice coat of the Rust-Oleum silver, and yeah, this is pretty much how it turned out. And then I just weathered that and added the leather strap, and I leather wrapped the handle as you saw just before this. So yeah, that's pretty much how the hammer came out. If you liked the video or found it informative in any way, don't forget to hit the like button down below, and subscribe if you like my content and want to see more. Comment down below anything you'd like to see me make next, and I'm not sure what next week's video is going to be, but comment down below anything you'd want to see me make, and I can make that for next week's video. And yeah, thanks for watching.